everybody, my name is Christian Spinks and I am back with a wild Bible story. So the wild Bible story for today is coming from 1 Kings chapter 21 verses 1 through 28. So the main characters in this story is Naboth, who is a Jezreelite, and he owns a vineyard. Remember, Naboth owns the vineyard. And then we have King Ahab, who is the king of Samaria, Jezebel, who is his wife. And then we also have God. Obviously, can't have a wild Bible story without God. And then last but not least, we have Elijah, who is a prophet. So let's get into the story. So basically, it starts off with Naboth, who, like I said, he's a Jezreelite who owns a vineyard, okay? So King Ahab comes up to Naboth and he sees that Naboth's vineyard is along the borders of his castle or of his where he stays. So he's like, oh, this will be my perfect veggie garden so I can use for my kitchen, whatever. And so he goes to Naboth and he's like, hey, I really want your vineyard. If you give it to me, I can give you a different type of property. I can give you different property, or I can give you some money for it. Whatever works best for you, it's whatever. And so Naboth is like, nah, man, I really can't sell you my vineyard because it's been passed down to me from my fathers. It's my inheritance, and the Lord forbids me from giving it away. And King Ahab is like, wow, I really just got turned down and I'm the whole king. So then he goes away, he goes home and he's super sad and he decides not to eat and he just goes to his bed and lays on his bed. Jezebel comes and she's like, honey, like, what's going on? Why are you laying down? Why are you refusing to eat? Like, what's going on with you? And the king is like, well, I tried to go and buy this garden off of this guy, but this vineyard off of this guy, but he refused to sell it to me. And I just basically can't comprehend how somebody gonna tell the king no, pretty much. And so he's just moping around and he's sad because the guy told him no. And so Jezebel is like,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You're the whole king. Like, you're a whole king out in these streets and you sad and moping because this guy wouldn't give you his vineyard. And so she tells him, just go and eat, like, be happy again. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of it for you. I'm gonna get you what you want. Jezebel devises this plan and she decides that she is going to forge a letter and she's going to send it to the nobles and the elders of the city that Naboth is in. And she writes in a letter and tells the elders and the nobles to call a fast, set Naboth high among the people, and then put two men who are basically going to falsely accuse him of blaspheming against God and against the king. So the nobles and the elders get her letter and they think oh, this is from the king. Obviously they're going to do it, not knowing that it's really Jezebel. So they do exactly what the letter says and they call a fast. They set Naboth among the people. They set two men to falsely accuse him of blaspheming. And then the people take him out, they stone him, and they kill him. Often. So Jezebel gets a letter from the nobles and the elders letting her know that the deed is done. So Jezebel goes and tells Ahab, yo, babe, you won't believe what I did. You can go ahead and get the vineyard because Naboth's dead. And so King Ahab jumps up because, he's real happy because he's about to get his VeggieTale garden. And so he goes to possess the land. What he doesn't know is that God, obviously God, being in every place, sees what's going on. And so he tells his prophet Elijah, yo, Elijah, I need you to go and talk to this man Ahab. He done messed up again. And he's trying to go steal this man's land and he also murdered him. So what I need you to do, Elijah, is go stop him. And I need you to tell him that the same place where the dogs licked up the blood of Naboth is the same place that the dogs are going to lick up your blood. So Elijah meets the king while he's on his way to go possess the vineyard. And as soon as the king sees him, he's like,
no, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Bro, you again? How do you keep finding me? Like, what did I do this time? Because they have history, but you're gonna have to read that. That's a whole nother story. So Elijah's like, yes, I found you because you continue to mess up. So every time you mess up, yes, I will be here.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
And so Elijah tells him, you've done evil again. The Lord is really mad at you this time. And you just continue to do evil. Like, you just go to higher levels. So Elijah's like, God told me to tell you, your wife Jezebel is going to be eaten by dogs. Anybody that's even closely related to you, slave or free, they're going to be killed off. And if they die in the city, dogs are going to feed on them. And if they die in the country, then some birds are going to feed on them. Yeah, your whole house is basically going to be exterminated and destroyed. King Ahab hears this. He's just like, so he's just so distraught, and so he rips off his clothes, he puts on sackcloth, he falls to the ground, he goes into a fast, and he just goes away meekly and just super sad. And now you got to read the rest of the story to see what else happens. If you enjoyed the Raw Bible story, again, this is the KCV version, Christian's condensed version. So I hope you enjoy it, and please let me know what you think. And